Hey, how are you YouTube? Today we're going to build a rock bouncer, rock crawler SCX24. My name is Santiago Salinas and this is the Stuff RC. Please subscribe. I was doing a physical inventory of my spare parts and I realized that I have enough parts to pretty much build two SCX24s. So I said let's do something fun. I already have the parts that we are going to use for this project right here. I'm going to present them to you right here on my workbench. See you there. Okay, let's start taking a look on the parts that we are using for this project. Number one, we have the Furitek Olympus Titanium Rolling Cage. This is a rolling cage, as the name says, made from titanium. This is a handmade cage. It's a beautiful piece of art. Next, we have the MEUS Racing Isokinetic straight axles for the SCX24. Next, the MEUS Racing high torque servo for the SCX24. Then, once again from MEUS Racing, we have these Brass Beadlocks with tires. These are 1.3 inches beadlocks. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. Once again from MEUS, the drive shafts for the Gladiator SCX24. This time from Axial, we have pretty much the stock oil-filled chocks for the SCX24. Now from Treal Hobbies, we have this beautiful transmission case cover. Once again from Axial, this is like the stock transmission for the SCX24. I had it in my spare parts, so this is what we are gonna use. Then from a generic brand, we have the links, a link set for the SCX24 Gladiator. We'll see how this one behave and perform. Actually, the fitting is my big concern. And finally, and don't hate me for this, we're gonna use the Spektrum Firma, I think is 8A or 88, the model of this combo. I have heard terrible comments and reviews about this specific brushless combo from Spektrum, yet I haven't tried it ever. So at the moment of this video, the price of this is, I think, $15 or so in the Horizon Hobbies and Tower Hobbies websites. So I decided to try it. We'll see if it is as bad as they said or if there is something to rescue from this specific setting. And here you have them. This is what we are gonna use in this project. So the way it's gonna work is that I'm gonna talk a little bit of each of these parts based on the part that I'm using in X phase of the project, because at the end my intention is to show you upgrades in order to make educated purchases when you are deciding how to upgrade your rig. So let's do it and let's start. Okay, let's start with the transmission. As I mentioned, I will use a stock transmission. I'm gonna put some color on it using this transmission cover. And then I'm gonna install the brushless motor from Spektrum. Okay, let's do it. As expected from Treal, this is such a beautiful transmission case. Treal Hobbies for me is one of the best right now on the market because of the fitting of their parts and also how they side them, colors and durability. They are amazing. Take a look on this. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna install it, and so let's continue with the transmission. I want to make a quick stop here. Pretty much the installation of the transmission case, it was pretty straightforward, pretty easy. The fitting is perfect. So no, besides saying that it's a beautiful piece, there's nothing much else to say. So the other thing I want to mention is, in the same way that you will find in pretty much all the brushless options outside on the market, the pinion that comes with the motor is a metallic pinion. So if you go for the same option that I did to use the stock transmission in gears, with time, this gear, the plastic one, will get damaged. So it's something that you have to keep in mind. So in my case, I think I'm gonna upgrade either the gearing or the whole transmission in general in the future. So let's continue and let's put this cover here, and I think we will be good to go. The transmission will be done. Okay guys, it's done. The other thing I want to mention is, if you upgrade the transmission case, remember that the screws will be metal with metal. It will be, the thread is metallic, so add some thread locker in order to you to avoid a lost screw or something like that. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, now we have the links. These ones come from a brand called Hobby Fans. I'm pretty sure it's a Chinese brand. I bought them from Amazon, I think. But they don't come with the skid plate. Actually, this skid plate comes from a different set from Hobby Park, but I'm pretty sure they will be compatible. So what we're gonna do right now is I will install the transmission on the skid plate, and remember, this little belly right here, if you see the truck from the back to the front, it goes to the on the left. So I'm gonna install this transmission here, and then I'm gonna install the lower links. Okay, let's do it. Okay guys, the lower links are installed. I will say that the fitting right here was super tight. It was really difficult to install these links. So now the next step will be, I will say, to take a look on this guy. So this is the Furitek Olympus. As the name says, it is made from titanium, and look at this beauty. This is handmade. Actually, someone made all the welding for all these tiny pieces. It's a beautiful thing to have. As you can notice, you have multiple positions for the skid plate, as well as multiple positions for the chocks. It comes with some nuts. I will guess that is for the chocks. And so the next step is just to put this one. Oh, I forgot to mention. The retail price for this one is $100. I don't think you will be able to find the purple version. Not right now. I think they're still selling the titanium one that is like this gray color that titanium has, and the rainbow one. So let's do it, and let me install this skid plate and links on this beautiful thing. Okay guys, the links are already installed, and a few things here. Number one, talking about the links and the skid plate, the rear links were super easy to install. I didn't have the same fitting problem that I had on the front. But then let's jump to the rolling cage. There's a few things here. Number one, as many as holes as you can see here, I could find only 3 different positions for the skid plate. The one that I use, that is right here, as you can see, the screw is right here. I use this one with the first hole. There's another one that actually leaves this skid plate right on the middle, and the last one is this screw will be here. So pretty much you are moving all the weight on the back part of the truck. So in my case, I took advantage. That will depend on the length of your links. In my case, I took advantage on the wheelbase of the Gladiator, so I took this one, the one that is right on the front of this plate right here. So all the weight of the motor and transmission will be as forward as possible. So now I think we can jump to the, let me see, I will say the axles. And here they are, and take a look on these beauties. These are the new MEUS Racing Isokinetic straight axles for the SCX24. This is they are patented by them, by the way, so they are the only ones that actually have this product on the market. So it comes as a kit, and when I say as a kit, I'm not joking. These things come with everything that you will need. Number one, of course, you will receive a the fully assembled front and rear axle. Number 2, you will receive a servo mount for the front axle. Number 3, you are receiving a link mount for the rear axle with a lot of options in order to you to tune your rig in the way you prefer. I really like this one, by the way. Number 3, in the stock presentation, these axles come both of them comes with a 414 tooth gear set, but MEUS Racing is giving us the option to underdrive the rear axles. So they are providing also a 216 tooth gear set in order to underdrive the rear axle. In that way, pretty much you will be overdriving the front one, right? Besides that, we are receiving a steering link and also all the necessary hardware in order to you to install these axles on your rig. So let's talk about a little bit about these axles and the spec of them. These, as I mentioned, these are the Isokinetic Axles, and they are giving you crazy 52 degrees of a steering angle. So I have this one on one of my SCX24 M's, and they are crazy. I mean, the steering angle of this axle is crazy. I don't see why this will be any difference. Besides that, as I mentioned, you are receiving plenty of brass. This one comes with the brass knuckles, steering knuckles, brass diff cover. Same story for the rear. For the rear axle, you have a brass diff cover, also brass wheel nut. So these are beautiful axles to have. They come in 3 different presentations. The first one is the one you see here, that is a naked aluminum or silver, whatever you want to call them, right? There's another one that is anodized aluminum. They are black. It's a black presentation. And finally, there's another one where the housing of the axles is made from nylon. So the 3 of them are amazing options based on your needs. I'm pretty happy with this, and I'm super excited to just install them and see how they will perform with this whole project. At the moment of this video, the price for these ones is $89.99 if I'm not wrong. Normally they have a 10% coupon most of the time. So I would say that there is a lot of value on these axles because all the things they are providing. So let's move forward and let me install them and see you in a sec. Okay guys, let's take a look on the weight of these axles. MEUS Racing claims that the front axle is 85 grams. Let's see how much I get. 84, that's pretty accurate. Then 85 is pretty accurate. So, and they claim that the rear axle is 35 grams. Let's see. 34. So pretty accurate too. I feel pretty happy with the result of this. So let's jump to the next step, that I think it will be the probably I will install the servo. Let's do it. For the servo, we are using the MEUS Racing micro servo for the SCX24. This one also comes as a kit, so the kit includes the servo itself and also a brass servo mount, an aluminum servo horn, and all the necessary hardware to install it. Since this is a brass servo mount, probably I will replace the one that we already installed. This is an aluminum one. So let's talk about this servo. I've used this one for an SCX24M project that I made and shared with you guys in the past. So pretty much this is a pretty good servo. This servo can be used between 4.8 volts to 8.4, which is, for this specific project, I'm a little bit concerned because this ESC only will deliver 5 volts to operate the servo, so I won't be getting the best of the best I can get from the beautiful guy right here. So being said that, the max torque that I will get at 6 volts is 6 kilograms, but the max bolt you can get at 8.4 is 8.4 kilograms by centimeter, which is a great number. This is a pretty fast servo when you use it with the max potential that it offers. Besides that, the servo looks amazing. I mean, it's a beautiful upgrade to have on your rig. As I mentioned, I use it I used this same servo in another project, a bigger one, and the performance is amazing. This is anodized aluminum, and as you can notice, these lines right here, actually they are cuts made with a CNC in order to dissipate the heat. This is a heat sink. So beautiful servo. They also include like a plastic servo horns inside here and some screws. But once again, okay, let me replace this servo mount and let me install this beautiful thing right here. Okay, see you guys in a sec. So here is something important to mention. Here is the brass servo mount, and as you can notice, I don't know if you're able to see it, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit on this axle. So the meaning of this is that probably this servo mount is made for the stock axles or the standard axles, if you want to call them, but in this one is not a standard. So this has a different design, so you won't be able to use, or the only servo mount that you will be able to use is this one. It's because this one fits perfectly. See? And you can notice the difference right here. You see how different is the shape of these mounts right here and these ones. So this is something to keep in mind. I'm curious if this is for the stock axles or not. But keep in mind this: if you decide to go for these options, you won't be able to use any other upgrade that you find out there, because this section right here apparently is not a standard. Interesting, pretty interesting. Okay, let's continue with the project. And it is installed, and as you can see, the servo is flat with this surface right here, but the result is perfect. Look how well the servo link aligns with the steering link. It's perfect. So I'm pretty glad with the result. Okay, let's move forward, and I will install these axles on the links, on the suspension links, and then we will jump to the chocks. Okay, let's do it. Okay, guys, the axles are installed, and I really like the way this rig looks. Really neat. So I owe you an apology, because I made a mistake when I showed you the axles. When I was presenting you the axles, I installed this link mount right here in the run position, facing these holes were facing the rear part of the axle. They're supposed to face the front part of the axle, or where the drive shaft is. By the way, that will be the next step. That's what we are going to install. So I already fixed the issue, and keep that in mind. Okay, let's do it. Let's jump to the drive shaft. Once again, for the drive shafts, I'm using a MEUS Racing option for the Gladiator platform. These are steel drive shafts, and I have used them in the past, and they are great too. It's a great upgrade. In general, MEUS Racing produce a pretty good upgrades for your rigs. So this comes with of course the drive shaft and all the necessary hardware to install them. So let me do that for you, and see you in a sec. And there you go, axles installed. It was a pretty easy process since they have this telescopic movement. I don't know if you're able to see it right there. So pretty neat. So let's jump to the chocks. We have to add some oil to them. We are using the axial ones, the axial stock oil filled chocks. Right now, at the moment of this video, are $5. So for me, it's a pretty good deal. So let's do it. So I have a small problem right now. As you can see, the upper links actually they touch the cage right here on this frame right here, right? When they touch it, if you see, it's pretty much the length of the chocks. So this chocks doesn't give me enough travel in order to lift the whole rig. Same story for the front ones. So, well, maybe in the front ones they will work, but it will be on the rear axle it will be a challenge to make them work. On the front one, maybe yes. In this one, what I'm gonna do is I will try to move to see if with that the problem is solved. To move the upper links to this position right here. Sorry for that. To this position. Maybe that will give me some more travel. Maybe that little change will do the magic. Okay, let's try. Now, I already moved it, but if you notice, let me put some light here. If you notice right here, the link actually it touched the brass diff cover. So what happened with that is pretty much it's locked. So I don't have any articulation. So now I will try to move this link to the next hole in the link mount. But my point here is that position where I am right now is pretty much unuseful. I mean, there's no way you can use it because whatever link that you will use, it will rub this diff cover. I compare it with another link and the same thing happened. So let's move it to the next position. Let's see what happened. So nope. I already tried multiple positions and the chocks are simply too short. As you can see, they don't give me enough travel to reach the choke mounts up here. So it's nothing. I mean, after that, the link touched the frame, or the rolling cage. So that's an issue. So sadly, I will have to order longer chocks. So see you, I think, in 1 or 2 days from now. Okay, chocks are here. I choose these generic chocks from Amazon. So let me install them and see you in a moment. I have to say, these chocks looks great. The spring that actually comes with them, the one that is already installed, is a little bit stiff, I will say. So I will jump to use these ones, the gold ones. These ones feel so much softer. So I think these will be the ones that will work great with this rig. So let me pretty much install the springs, install the chocks on the rig, and see you in a bit. And here it is. I will say still these springs are a little bit, I will say, on the stiff side. So since this is a rock bouncer, not a rock crawler, I will say that it's okay. Yet for rock crawling, probably I just will get rid of these springs and just use naked chocks that I'm pretty sure they will perform better. Being said that, the other thing you have to know is that you will have to remove the servo in order to be able to install the chocks. And the reason why is because you have to tie those tiny knots right there, so you need this space in order to work a little bit with that. By the way, I changed the transmission cover. I put this one that is an aluminum one that I found in my stuff. So now I think the only thing that I have left to do is install the servo again, install the ESC, put some batteries that I'm not sure where I'm going to install it. And then I think this thing is good to go. Oh, you know what I'm missing? Wheels and tires. And I will show you what I have for this baby. Give me a second and you will see it. You will see. For the wheels and tires, we're going to use this MEUS Racing set. It comes with the wheels and tires. These are 1.3. They are made from brass, so that will put a lot of weight on where you want them. That is on the bottom of your truck. So let's see what is inside of it. Inside the bag, you will find, of course, the wheels, each of them made from brass. Pretty heavy. I will show you the weight of them. Then the necessary hardware to put them together, and a set of 4 tires that actually I use the same tires on my TRX4M Reaper, and I really like the way they perform on the rocks. So let me show you how much is the weight of these wheels. Each of them will give you 67 grams for a combined weight of 268 grams. And if you add the screws, you will be getting 271 grams, which is a lot of weight on your truck. Now I'm a little bit concerned to see if this brushless system will be able to handle how much this amount of weight. In the same way, remember that I'm using the stock gears here, so I wonder if they will last handling all this weight. So let's see, for this video I'm gonna use these ones on this rig, but probably I will jump into an aluminum option just because of the transmission and that motor that I don't know if they will be able to handle it. Okay, let me put everything together and see you in a sec. Before I assemble the last of the wheels, I want to show you how they work. Pretty much it's a 3 pieces configuration, and the whole assembly is being held by 6 screws that are right here on the middle. You have to be careful that actually align not just the screw holes, but also these holes right here on the wheel, because you can align the screw holes, but you won't be aligned. If you put it, for example, in this position, you won't be aligned with the holes on the rim. So beware on that. What else? Pretty much that's it. This is one of the wheels that is already assembled. They look great. I really like them. And let me finish this whole thing and install these wheels and tires on that rig, and see you in a sec. Okay guys, the wheels and tires are already installed, as you can see, but I also installed all the electronics. As you can notice, the ESC is already there. I used some Velcro in order to keep it in place. Then as a receiver, I used the Skyfly A2, I think is the model. This is a micro receiver, as you can see right here. Give me a second, let me remove this battery from here. Give me a sec, there you go. So this is a micro receiver. It's a super tiny and beautiful thing. You will have to do you will have to do all the soldering for this little tiny baby. It is a pretty straightforward process if you have done it before. The reason why I use this receiver is because the space is a premium on this cage. I mean, it's really hard to fit the electronics inside here. And remember, you still have to fit the battery. So the way it's gonna work is, as you saw, is the battery will go right here. and I'm gonna use one a Velcro band like this one. This is a little bit small, so I need to find another one. And as you notice, the cage will be the one who will restrict the battery to move from one side to another, and the Velcro will be the one who will take care of the vertical movements. So being said that, I already play a little bit with this truck just to test what it can do, and I'm pretty happy with it. Let me show it to you. There you go, it is alive. You just have to plug it. I mean, you have a switch, an on and off switch right here, a power switch in the ESC, but in my case, I prefer just to kill it with the battery. Now I understand why everybody does not like this ESC motor combo. It's because at low speed, you don't have low speed. You see? The modulation is terrible on this with this truck, and it is not that powerful neither. So because it doesn't have a FOC technology, you see, it struggles a lot. Until right now I'm pressing a lot the trigger. You see, and it struggles a lot. It is not a. I would say that it is not for rock crawling. This is okay. This is okay for a trail truck or as a rock bouncer like this one, because it has a decent speed. You know, the other thing I'm pretty happy is with the steering angle of these axles. So that's pretty crazy what you get from them. Even remember, this ESC only gives 5 volts to this servo. The servo is great too. So the servo is pretty fast, but look at that steering angle. It's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, I'm telling you. So I like the chocks the way they behave. Yet I'm getting some binding when at the beginning, but in general I'm super pleased with the end result. So I think right now we are going for some running time or driving time to show you what this baby can do, and then I will tell you my final impressions about pretty much everything that we use on this rig. So see you in a second. Para. That way. That way. That way. That way. That way. That way. Do it. Now. Dale. Vale, espérate, vamos. Now. Regreso. espérate. No. Stop. I will start saying sorry for the short running time, but it started pouring water, and as you saw, my driver today was my daughter. And with that, I will jump to the Furitek Olympus Cage. The best way to describe it is simply a piece of art. It is such a beautiful cage, and it is extremely light. So what it does is that all your weight goes from here, that is where your transmission and motor and ESC is, to the bottom, to the ground. That is where you want the weight, right? So it is spectacular. So for $100, I would say it's a really pricey upgrade for your truck. But if you are planning to keep it for a while, I will definitely go for it. Then I will jump to the axles. These are the Isokinetic Axles from MEUS Racing, and they are amazing. The steering angle of these things is simply crazy. I truly enjoy them, and I have to say that now I regret that I'm using them in a rock bouncer. Definitely these belong to a rock crawler, because if you're into the technical crawling, these are definitely highly recommended for you. The other thing is they give you all the upgrades that you need, the brass upgrades. You have brass knuckles, brass diff covers, brass wheel nuts. It is so pretty amazing. I have to replace the housing, the rear housing on my set, because I made a mistake and I broke a screw. But as always, the customer service of MEUS Racing, they sent me a new one, and when I explained what happened, so I was able to disassemble them and see what is inside. Pretty much everything is steel inside there. The shaft and the gears inside of the differentials. So this is, I would say, a great value for $90, and definitely I don't have any trouble saying that I highly recommend it. After that, I will jump to the Servo. The Servo is another one. As I mentioned, I already used the same Servo I have it in my UV18, and also I have it in my Reaper from MEUS Racing. So it is a great Servo, a great value too. I think this runs for about around $30. Normally they have a 10% coupon, so maybe $26, $28. Really good servo, really fast servo, and really strong servo. Sadly, with this ESC only gives me 5 volts to feed this baby right here, so I'm not getting the best of the servo with this specific setting. But definitely it's another great upgrade for your truck if you are looking to a new servo. The MEUS Racing MEX8 is great. Then I will jump to the wheels and tires. This is another upgrade that I truly like. They're super heavy, so for rock crawling they are amazing. And I use the same tires on my, if I'm not wrong, on my Reaper right here. So they are pretty good on the rocks. I have to say they are not the best ones, but they are really good. So I'm really pleased with them. Being said that, this, for me, they are too heavy for this specific setting, and the reason why is the motor and the ESC. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that later. But they are great. I think this one's run for around $45. I'm gonna leave a comment right here of how much is exactly the price, but it's a great value. These chocks, I bought them for cheap in Amazon. I'm gonna leave the link in my comments below. They perform pretty well, actually. I'm surprised because they cost me, I don't know, I found them for I think $8 or something like that, maybe 10. But the performance is pretty good. They are friction chocks. They are not oil-filled chocks, but they are pretty good, and I feel pretty pleased in the way they behave when I'm using this rig as a rock bouncer. Then after that, let me see what else. These links from Hobby Park, those ones are good, but I cannot recommend them, to be honest. And the reason why is because, I don't know if you are able to see right here, they are still using this white shape link. So what happens there is that when you have full articulation, the lower links actually touch the white link, the white shape link, and so they limit your travel, so you don't get the full articulation that you can actually get from this specific setting. So that's why let's say if you already spend $100 in this cage, you already spend like another $90 in the axles and another $30 on that servo, I will say go for better links than these ones that I used. I definitely am gonna upgrade them. The transmission, I use the stock transmission, but I put some aluminum upgrades. One of them is from Treal Hobbies. That is, they make, for me, they are top notch. So nothing to say there. There is perfect fitting, amazing color. So nothing wrong to say there. And this one right here, this aluminum cover actually came from a brand called DKKY, that is a budget brand, but with pretty good products. Let me see now. Let's talk about the receiver, that is the FlySky 2A, if I'm not wrong. So that one is great because it's a micro receiver, and you can pair it with if you have a FS GT5, it will work perfectly with it. So that's great for tiny builds like this one. It is the way to go. Then I'm gonna talk about the Spektrum ESC and brushless combo. If I'm not wrong, is the 8.8 or 8A. I don't remember. I'm gonna leave the name around here. So everybody, at the beginning of the video, I said that a lot of people truly hate this setting and this combo. And to be honest, it is terrible for at low speed. If you are planning to make rock crawling, definitely this is not your combo. I mean, it's terrible when you are at low speed. There's no modulation. I mean, you cannot control it. It feels more comfortable. This setting, it feels more comfortable at high speed, which is good for this kind of setting. So, but I'm gonna finish the previous idea is Now I get why people was so upset about this combo, because if you pay $90 for this, definitely I'll be saying like they stole my money. I mean, it's not a good setting for rock crawling, definitely. Being said that, if you buy it for $15, that is the price I got from this combo specifically, and if you are not planning to do technical rock crawling, but more you are trying to, I would say, upgrade your stock SCX24 to be your trail truck, right, to micro trail truck, or if you are planning to build a rock bouncer like this one, I would say that for $15, it is a good deal. It is good. It is not the best deal. It is not the best performer, but for $15, I think it's a good deal, right? Now that I tried it, I was super impressed how bad it is for rock crawling. So I think that's it, guys. I don't think I missed anything from here. Let me see. Nope, I think that's it. And I'm pretty happy with the end result. As I said, I'm gonna replace these wheels and tires for something lighter. But I'm super happy. And by the way, the reason why my daughter was my driver today is because, once again, this cage is a piece of art. And when she saw it, and she saw the bright purple on it, she said like, that's mine. So this is hers now. And if you don't believe me, she even put her name right here with a sticker. So guys, my name is Santiago Salinas. This is the Stuff RC. Please subscribe and see you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.